Hello, today we'll be learning about Python functions. So, have you ever had to type the same block of code over and over and over again, and it's just tiring, right? Well, there's a solution to that. Functions are basically a block of code that you can specify once and you can you can call it over and over again. And you can create a function by defining it with the keyword def. Oh, just short for define. Def my function. And let's just have this function just print something. Print hello world. Hello world. I am a function. And then we can run it. But just running it by itself doesn't do anything, since all we're doing is making the function. We haven't done anything with the function. And to use a function, we have to call it using its name. My function, and then we have the parentheses as you use with the function in general. And there it goes. Hello world, I am a function. Yay. And we can do this as many times as you want. So, I mean, it's for just one print statement, it doesn't seem very practical, but what if it was 10 print statements in one line? Then shortening it to one line would be very convenient, right? Or what if it's a really complicated block of code? Then it'd be simpler to just have a shorthand for it, right? Well, that's what functions are for. And you can also have arguments to functions, which you've been using all the time. You know, print itself is a function. So we could have my kid's name is, can have name, and then so when you run function, what it is that you're expecting the user to put in name, the coder to put in name here, and that with name you're going to basically use kind of like a variable here. So name from here goes into here. So let's have here. My kid's name is the space here, and I can have like wait. And I can do this, again, as many times as I want. Yeah. With, I mean, paperless. Yeah. So, there we have it. That is one of the simplest ways to use this. So now, this thing here, or like, this, it's called either a parameter or an argument. There's like a really fine difference between them that you can read up on, but for all practical intents and purposes, they mean the same thing. This is either the argument or the parameter, whatever you want to call it. Both are fine. And you don't have to have just one name. You also have name and oh yeah, my kid's name is name and color. Then use, since we don't know the gender, use they, formal, their favorite color is American color, color. Joanne, green. Kevin, blue. Yeah. So we can have two parameters if we want. You can also have as many parameters as you want too. So, it's useful. But then what if you don't know how many parameters something's going to return? Say someone has a lot of children. Actually, if you don't know how many parameters someone's going to return. So you can have a child name. So Joanne mm, Lucy, John, Michael. So mine. And so name is an array. So the second would be 0, 1, right? So Lucy would have name 1. Oh, I have to get rid of this part. Don't have color anymore. A second kid's name is Lucy. Right. So yeah, if you don't know how many arguments, you can have take that away. So you can basically turn it into an array. And then you can also have arguments with key value syntax. Where so let's go back to the earlier name color format. So Joanne can have name equals Joanne and color equals pink. So let's have color equal Kevin and name equal yellow. So so basically regardless of the order that these are in, if we know the names of the parameters, then we can just set them here in the function instead of just putting them in the expected order. Color equals Kevin, name equals yellow. And now you can also set, let's say you want to have like a default. So like if someone doesn't specify the color they have, you can specify name. You can specify default color. So color by default will equal red unless otherwise specified. Let's see what happens to this line now. My kid's name is Joanne and their favorite color is red. But if I still go back and put pink, then it becomes pink. And I could do this for name too, so name equals Joe. And then if I just don't give any parameters at all, since both are already filled, I won't get an error, I'll just get a default message. Yeah. And you can actually pass lists as an argument into a function too. You can pass anything into list as an argument, almost, as long as it fits. And also, with a function, you can also have a return variable. So let's say I don't want my function to do, let's say I want my function to do a calculation. So, let's do f squared. And then let's have none. Let's return none times none. And then, so what I do here is that square root of 2, I mean, if I ever wanted to make a function like this, would be me running square on 2. And if I was to print square root of 2 to print this, then I would print the variable which was created 2 equal 4. Yeah, I don't have to do it like this either too. I could also, yeah, so this return, so this makes the result of the function equal that. That's what return does. You do need to use return a bit though to get used to understand what it does though, since it's not just printing. It's not printing, it's setting it equal to that. And let's just say that for whatever reason you want a function that does nothing, which has nothing inside it. And Python has pretty specific syntax, and if nothing's in the function, it gets upset. So let's try running it without pass. Ooh, see, unexpected end of file while parsing. So while it was going through each of the lines to check for any typos, it noticed this, and it thinks it's an error, but maybe I'm just in the middle of coding and I haven't finished it yet, and I can just type pass. And Python knows to ignore it. And an interesting thing about functions that functions can call themselves. So, so let's create a function, but not here. Def recursive. Okay. If k is greater than 0, this is the Fibonacci sequence. If you, to make it's a pretty popular thing in programming. Where 0, we start counting at 0, and then each number. But local variable result is assigned whenever it's okay, so it's no term. So it's now, and then else, and then return result. Yes, because we're returning the result. Right? So let's see. Print square. Let's try 0, because we're printing. Because result makes kind of the function equal that. So let's print out 0. None. Let's try 5. Now let's see what happens. But, okay, doesn't equal anything. Still nothing. Yeah. Oh, recurse if. A typo, I'm very sorry. But, oh. Wow, boy, I'm having multiple typos today, very sorry. Name recursive is not. Yes, so finally, here we go. Here we have the sequence. So the function is calling itself. Yes, functions can do that. And yes, apologies for taking up a bit of your time with that. But yeah, these are functions.